For the
Yes, sir.
viewers who may not know, very legendary, very talented, very creative, artistic. Let them know what your name is, and let them know where you come from.
Hey, my name is Lenny Williams. I'm a musical artist. I was born in Little Rock, Arkansas, raised in Oakland, California. My parents came out during the Great Migration from the South, and been doing music professionally now for over 50 years. Member of the band Tower Power. I've done things with Kenny G, things with Larry Graham, Grams at the Station. Also, the Lenny Williams projects that I've done over the years. You can see in the back, I've got about 10, 20 albums that I've done. And, musician, a songwriter, a lot of my music's been sampled by other artists, Kanye, Twista, Jay-Z, Andre 3000, you name them, and, I think even what's that little youngster Anthony Hamilton's got a new record out. He be doing a little in itself, right? So yeah, so I've been around and just very thankful and grateful for people supporting me over the years, and thankful to God for giving me talent and giving me opportunity to to use it. Yeah.
Wow, that's truly amazing. Decades and decades and consistency. Like you say, you got so many projects. You got recent projects, you know what I'm saying? But them old school classics is legendary. Like you say, so many artists continue to sample. So you got the young kids, the teenagers, the adults, the elders. They
Mm-hmm.
all can relate to the music that you have been making. This great quality, timeless music. Man. What hour were you when you moved to the Bay Area, when you moved to Oakland?
Well, I think I was around about a year and a half, maybe something like that, when I moved to Oakland.
Wow.
Yes, I was just basically born in Arkansas. That's where I made my grand entrance, and my parents moved out, brought my brother and sister out, and then my grandmother. I stayed back there with my grandmother, and then she brought me out on the train, and I've been here ever since. Yeah,
Wow, Oakland is notorious for having so much artistic and creative talent. So many artists and
right.
R&B, hip hop, everything come up out of Oakland, even the
Yeah,
Panthers. So that's
yeah.
an
Black
amazing
Panthers.
place.
Matter of fact, I just posted a picture on my website today of me and Bobby Seale that with him and I
Wow.
was doing something a few years ago, and it popped up on my line, and I just posted of Bobby and I being together. I went to school with Bobby and Huey Newton. Yeah, so we had black
Wow.
movement. Like you said, with rap, we had Hammer. Too Short. Going down the line. R&B. It's like we had so many great R&B artists. Uh, the Tonys and
Tony Tone
yeah,
and
right.
Bold.
Matter of fact, we all used to go to church together. They was little boys up under me. Yeah, right. But yeah, Oakland just been a real fantastic place. A lot of intellectuals, Ron Dellums, who was a great, House of Representatives, Barbara Lee, people of that nature. So it's an interesting place. Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. Now, when did you start singing? Was it something that runs in your family, or did you kind of get exposed to it in the community?
Yeah, when we moved to California, we lived right behind the church, right behind the church. So church was here. We lived right back there in the backyard of the church. Right across the street was the boxing gym, and right down the street from the church was the radio station. So I said that my great loves right there. The church, boxing, and radio music was all right there. I mean, all within 25 yards of each other. And so I just moved to the right spot, and just kind of grew up in church. I went to church with the Stewart family, with the Sly Stones family. I went to church with the
Wow.
Hawkins family, Walter and Ed and Tremaine and people like that. And so, as a consequence, music was just always around. My mom liked to tell a story that when I was about a year and maybe a year and 8 months, almost 2 years old, that I had learned how to say the Lord's Prayer, right? So she had all the little
Wow.
old ladies from the church over at the house, and she said, Leonard Charles know how to say his prayers. So they all gathered around, and I said, Our Father, and I threw my hands up in the air and said, Hey, Baba Rebop, which was a song that was on the radio, right? And so she said, You've been singing ever since, right? So it's just always been a part of me, part of my life. I started playing trumpet in school in the fourth grade, learned how to read music and things like that. So music just always been an integral part of my life. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.